War begins with those lusts within the members of carnal man conspiring together. By the way, you know where every war has started since the early 1900s? Every war started at 58 East 68th Street in New York City. The Harold Pratt Building, the Council on Foreign Relations, where they got together and planned that war. Every treaty was formulated there and then forwarded over to the United Nations on the East River in New York, and there it was implemented and put into motion. Every war since the early 1900s. They're planned in advance. They're never an accident. Somebody wants them to happen. Somebody stands to gain by them happening. And of course, they don't want you to figure that out. They want you to think it's always for a benevolent reason. We're the good guys, right? And we're going to straighten the whole world out. Hitler used to say that. Hitler said, "We will have a new world order." Ein Reich, ein Führer, right? Remember Adolf? We will have a new world order. All right? And then in 1990, George H.W. Bush, Poppy Bush, the old man, got up and made a speech and said, "We will have a new world order." And when did he say it? September 11th, 9/11. Isn't that interesting? 1990, 11 years later, to the day, the Twin Towers were attacked and brought down. Incidentally, in 1998, Bill Clinton got up and made his apologetic speech for his involvement with Monica Lewinsky. Remember that? That isn't that long ago, is it? What day was that? 9/11, 1998, September 11th. Interesting day, isn't it? All kinds of things happen on that day. There are certain days where things are happening because they are chosen days. They fall into the realm of the witchcraft calendar, and our country is being run by politicians that are Illuminists, and their religion and spiritual power behind them is witchcraft. That's why witchcraft has come to the surface. Incidentally, just after the towers came down, the churches were all full. Everybody was going to church. People were shaken. And then came Harry Potter. And then came the Lord of the Rings. And all this witchy stuff. Pretty soon the churches were emptying out. People were forgetting. And it all went back. Got worse than ever before. They know what they're doing. They're teaching people how to think in terms of the occult. To think like witches. To think like occultists. To live by astrology. All right? And there are many, many politicians that have admitted that they do use astrology and palmistry. That's witchcraft, folks. It's not some little thing. It's satanic. But anyway, the Bible tells us that the reason for war is because of lust. Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not. You never think of asking God. Go down to Madison and you see these bumper stickers with these arms around the globe. Mother Earth, have you hugged your mother today? Of course, you go to a university and get a degree, you have an alma mater then, don't you? Bountiful Mother, Mother Earth, Mother and Child Reunion, Mother, 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 all this kind of stuff. The world is at enmity with God. Jesus said in John chapter 3 that the world is condemned already. The world is under sin and bondage. Satan is called the god of this world. The people of this world, meaning those that are trying to run it, the secret societies, the Masonic Lodge, the Freemasons, the Lodges of the Grand Orient, Knights of Columbus, the Jesuit Order, all of these people collaborating together to bring forth the Antichrist know what they're doing. And there's a reason why these wars are happening. And I think we're on the very edge of a thermonuclear war as I speak. Now watch what happens in chapter 5. In James 5. Let's take it to the next step. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Notice how God pronounces misery, weeping and howling, on the rich. Something would happen to cause a lot of weeping and howling. Of course, the Lord said when He comes again, there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Or as the Germans say, heulen mit Zähneklappen. Right? Weeping and gnashing of teeth. Weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. Notice the word fraud there. Crieth. The people cry out, don't they? Notice how the president is saying, I'm applying to the Bible here to what's happening. The president keeps saying, we're doing so well, the economy is getting better and better. And what he does is he goes to the businesses and says, look at the profit margins here. Look at all the money the big businesses are making. The reason they're doing that is they're farming all the jobs out overseas, down to Mexico, everywhere else, and the working force in America are left out in the cold, you see. But they don't count. They can go to McDonald's and make French fries or whatever and kill more people. They say, look at the bottom line. Look at the industries making all this money. It's a global economy. Therefore, they have a global workforce. And everybody goes through a new orientation as they align themselves with the East. That's what orientation means, you know. And we don't have personnel anymore. We have human resources. Right? Human resources. Just like you have natural resources that are dispensable, you have human resources. They're even more dispensable. Because you have all these people in India that can work. All these people in Mexico that can work. What do they need you for? You see?